Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about water. Water is a brilliant, brilliant thing. It's an amazing thing for our bodies, and I just want to encourage you to drink it. So, I am going to give you some hopefully useful information about why it's so important and how you can incorporate more of it into your life on a daily basis. So, one of the things that is important to understand is that water is a huge part of the human body. I mean, our human body is made up of about 55 to 60% water. And it's really important because it plays a lot of roles in our health and our functioning. It flushes out toxins, which, if we have toxic overload, that completely affects our functioning, our energy, our mental clarity, our physical capacities, and our health overall, because high levels of toxicity can cause inflammation, illness, and disease. So water plays a really big role in flushing out toxins. It helps regulate hormones. It also actually helps us reduce desire for those empty calories. So if you've watched my previous videos, you are familiar with the blood sugar roller coaster, and also how lack of sleep affects this hunger hormone, ghrelin, and how that actually increases our desire for comfort foods. So water actually helps reduce some of those cravings. So it really does balance our blood sugar. It reduces cravings for those foods that aren't going to serve us well, and it just does increase our energy. It also maintains that fluid balance so that all of our organs can work as they should and work, with all the tools that they need. And the other part of it is that water really does help carry nutrients to our cells, which, yeah, we need that for our body to function. So one of the things that you probably should start to think about is, or really become aware of, is what are some of the signs that you are not getting enough water and that you're not hydrated. A lot of times, and this is something I remember learning a long time ago, when you're actually thirsty, you are already dehydrated. So that's definitely kind of an early sign. One easy way is just to look at the color of your urine. However, that can be more challenging if you take vitamins and supplements that tend to darken the urine. But the lighter the urine, the more hydrated you are. Other things, of course, are just going to be feeling really kind of low energy, experiencing that brain fog. If you're really bad, you might even feel dizzy. Some people experience higher levels of like dry skin when your body's not hydrated. Obviously, the skin is one of your biggest organs, and so being hydrated definitely plays a role in contributing to dry skin if you're not getting enough. So those are just a couple things to kind of think about. So one of the things that I get asked a lot about is, how much water should you be drinking? And the rule of thumb often surprises people, especially if they're on the other end of the spectrum. So the rule of thumb is half of your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 140 pounds, then you should be drinking about 70 ounces of water a day. So what's very interesting about this is that a lot of people, especially that I work with, are usually on the very other end of the spectrum. They tend to drink a lot of other things besides water. So the jump from drinking 10 ounces of water a day to 70, or however much it ends up being, is oftentimes a really big leap. So what's super important about making a transition to drinking more water is to do it slowly. So maybe increase it by 5 ounces or 10 ounces over a couple of days, and then up it a little bit more, because your body will take some time to adjust to drinking that extra water. You might feel like you're peeing constantly, but your body will eventually adjust and learn what to do with all that water because it's not used to that, right? So that's a rule of thumb. But the other thing is that you also may need to adjust those ounces depending on a few things. One would be if you exercise regularly, especially like mild to moderate where you're sweating, you're going to need to increase your intake of water. My suggestion is just to take down 8 ounces of water before exercise, and that will kind of help with some of that. The other thing is the temperature. So if it's summer and it's hot and it's humid and you're sweating more, then you're going to need to have more water than maybe that 70 ounces that I just suggested. The other thing is also, If you are doing things that dehydrate you, like drinking coffee or alcohol, those things tend to dehydrate and are more like a diuretic. So you would need to increase your water there. So for those of you who have ever overindulged in alcoholic drinks and wake up the next morning in the middle of the night really thirsty, that kind of shows you that it does dehydrate you. So, and caffeine is another main culprit of leading to, or not leading, as the word I'm looking for, contributing to dehydration, or, not having enough water in the system. So if you don't love water, if you find water boring, then just do some things to spruce it up. Maybe add some lemon, some lime, cucumber, orange, mint leaves. I mean, really just choose a flavor, something that you do like that doesn't have additional ingredients and sugar in it, and just add it. They actually even have water bottles now that have I bought it on accident actually. It's a water bottle that has a diffuser on the bottom. And so you put like cucumbers, or we did like blackberries and strawberries for my sons. And there's almost like a what's the word I'm looking for? There's a layer on the bottom that has little holes in it, so the water will go through and back up. And it was great. It was like flavored water. So there's all kinds of interesting things you can do to get you to drink more water if you find that it just kind of is not something that really excites you. It has so many benefits. When we're hydrated, we feel, clear-headed, we have more energy, our body's functioning more efficiently. And a lot of people don't recognize the power of water. It oftentimes is like, yeah, right, like I'm going to feel more energetic. You will notice a difference. So hopefully this was helpful. The other thing that I would like to also note is that some of you may, find that you don't have access to the healthiest kinds of water, or don't know how to choose the healthiest kinds of water. And I have some great information about that. So if you're wanting to know more, please message me, and you can email me or comment below, and I would be happy to do another video on how to choose the healthiest kinds of waters, because there's definitely different ones out there, and they don't all have the same level of quality or serve the same function. All right, everyone, if you found this video useful, please give it a like. And also you can hit the subscribe button if you're finding these videos helpful to your weeks. And I will see you next week. Have a good one.